And that's when I said, how did that get there?
This episode of After Dark is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to support the Boss Rush Network and our family of podcasts, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. Thanks for your continued support.
Man, Pat, you lead a wonderfully strange life sometimes, man. What?
You know, it happens. One minute you're
Just-
one minute you're coughing, the next thing you find gerbils. I don't know what.
Oh wait, we're live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative topical podcast for adults from the Boss Rush Network. Wow, I can't even get my words out.
You got him good, Pat.
It's your boy LeRon back in the house tonight, and I've got my wonderful co-host with me, the mad pharmacist Stephanie Klimoff herself.
Hello. I'm not very witty enough to come up with hilarious banter, but that's why we have our awesome next person.
Yeah, right. PK Power, Pat Klein, dude.
Hello. I did not see you there.
Are you busy with the gerbils?
I'm just trying to figure out where they came from.
Thanks for keeping me on my toes tonight, man. Happy
question is-
Wednesday.
Will Zelda eat the gerbils?
No, she'll probably play with them, crush them, and then just, wonder why they're not moving anymore. She doesn't even eat bugs. She just crushes them.
Zelda crush.
She's like, hey, you're not moving anymore. What's going on? Yeah. Ignorant of death.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's the thing I was thinking of, cause like we're like After Dark, I feel like After Dark keeps reinventing itself. So like what's the next incarnation that you think of with After Dark? Where do you guys think this show is gonna go next?
Well, After Dark is the light, so
After Dark is the light, so it's gonna be it's
maybe
gonna be Boss Rush Light.
I mean, it could be that, or we could see the light as being philosophical, like we're
Going
becoming. True. Okay. I'm trying to
just-
raise it to the next level, and you guys
Oh.
keep bringing it back down to your
I'm sorry.
pedantic ways.
Hey, I mean that's kind of the nature of the beast here at After Dark, though, right?
Yeah, it's usually me who brings it down.
hey, we all have our moments where it's all about like getting it back into the gutter or dragging it through the mud.
Mm-hmm. Either of which I recommend.
So how's everybody's Wednesday going?
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Today I had to go to my first in-person event that was work-related in years. And I'm clinical, right, for my job, but I had to attend a broker meeting, I don't know, to show clinical support or whatever. And they had it at the country club in one of like the wealthier towns of Massachusetts. So like I felt really awkward just driving in my little Hyundai, and everyone has their like Mercedes and BMWs and Lexuses. By the way, the parking lot was full. It was 10 in the morning on a Wednesday. I'm like, don't y'all work? Clearly you're too rich to work.
They are working.
And I'm just talking about the other, like the people in the
Yeah.
broker meeting were awesome and nice, but I am also crazy introverted. I'm in a room full of strangers that I don't know in a very fancy setting where I feel like a fish out of water. I only knew two other people that came from my company, so I was just sitting at the table while everyone else was like networking and socializing. I'm here with my coffee and like, looking at my phone, pretending I'm checking work emails.
Like, don't mind me, guys.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so awkward. At least
Did
I got
they
free
lea-
lunch.
Yeah, was the food at least good?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was curious
Mhm.
about.
The food was very good, and they had these amazing cloth paper towels in the bathroom that I proceeded to take a few on my way out.
That's right.
Because why not?
Stick it to the rich people. I'm gonna take some free towels.
They're
Or not
not gonna
towels,
miss
paper
them.
towels.
Yeah.
Nah.
We're gonna eat your food. We're gonna take your towels. We're gonna use your bathroom. Stink it
Yeah.
up real good. Because that's what we country folk do.
Huh?
Well, okay, so real fast. I think I think as far as like the way After Dark is going and stuff like that, like our next evolution is we're just gonna be more candid about stuff. It's not like we're already not candid, but we're just
I
gonna
was
be
gonna
more
say,
candid
how
about.
much more candid can we be, Laura?
I mean, we okay. If we really want to lose our monetization, off of YouTube, we can.
Are you promoting that we strip?
Okay, maybe not go that far.
Okay.
Come on, we got to leave something to the audience's imagination. I mean, just look at us. Like I'm wearing sleeves and Stephanie's not. So like something's going on.
What if the audience wants us without clothes?
They probably do. They probably do. Like we may have to record just an episode just for patrons. Hey,
Whoa.
that might actually get our Patreon patronage up there.
Right. Speaking leaving the imagination, can you imagine if we were recording without clothes? But obviously our cameras are like this, so it's like you're getting this tease like, oh, they're naked, but we can't see the naked.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Like there's some fun to be had with all that, implying that we're all in a hot tub together, stuff like that. Um Hey, because like we like to leave it all up to y'all's imagination. Just putting it out there.
And y'all have very imaginative questions.
Oh yeah, for real, for real. But a good way of getting your questions out there to us. Become a patron at bossrush.net. Like, yeah, if you want to support Boss Rush podcast as well as the Boss Rush After Dark show, it's as simple as joining our Patreon at patreon.com/bossrush network. And you can do all this at the tier is right for you, which earns you perks such as early ad-free access to this and other podcasts, exclusive access to spotlight interview access threads, also voting rights on the video game book club, which that I gotta give it to you guys. Like Stephanie, you, Pat, Corey, like you guys doing the book club stuff. Like it's been taking off. Like you guys, I swear, like it's just an uptick of like the quality content and stuff that gets out there, and patrons can actually get early access to that stuff. Just think, it's all quality, and you get to see it first before the general masses get to see it. So yeah, remember that's patreon.com/bossrush network. As always, your listenership and your viewership is always enough for us. So if you're watching this video on YouTube right now, hit that subscribe button, leave us a thumbs up and or a comment. And if you're listening to podcast services like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, consider leaving us a 5-star rating and a review. Check out our merch over on TeePublic with over 50 designs to rep your favorite shows and more. And as always, you can check out all of our content, reviews, articles, and much, much more over on bossrush.net. So yeah, there you go. You've got so many ways to reach out and touch us because like we like being touched. Don't you forget it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, we've got some questions. We've got some questions tonight, and one of our favorite like listeners, the wonderful Amanda, is back with some more questions via email. So remember, if you have topics or questions, please join the Boss Rush Network Discord. Also, you can tweet us at Boss Rush Network or at Boss Rush Podcast. You can also comment on the Patreon post that goes up each week, leading up to the show, or you can always email us at bossrushafterdark@gmail.com. So there you go. You have so many ways. You have so many ways to get in contact with us,
Holler
engage
at
with us.
us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, or his all our various different socials. Like I mean, like you can find practically all of us on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, freaking some of the other stuff that won't be named on the show
Mm-hmm.
because we like our privacy, or do we like our privacy? So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so Pat, why
Yeah.
don't you go? Why don't you go ahead and queue up Amanda's email questions for us tonight, please?
Amanda via email. Hello, my darlings. I have just realized that you are all on a 2-week delay. Yes, but we are trying to fix that. Hopefully, we will catch up here within the next month. Just want to
Yes.
make that side note. Even though you all clearly say that at the beginning of the show. Anyways, I have a couple of questions I think you may enjoy. Again, one a little naughty, one not so much, and one that could go either way.
All right. So, Steph,
That
do the naughty question.
I was doing the eyebrows. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Dramatic pause and eyebrows.
I thought the eyebrows meant you're done. Someone else pick up the slack.
Wow.
I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. You get the floor, Pat. You got the floor.
No, I just fear for any person that gives you eyebrows and you're like, okay, see ya.
It's like is that for me? Like me?
So
Bring on the dirty.
the naughty. What do you think each one of your co-hosts' favorite sexual position, move, act, or pleasure point is? What do each one of your co-hosts enjoy the most?
Hmm. Hmm. Since Corey's not here, I'm pretty sure he's a doggy style person.
I
I'm
was gonna
pretty
say, do
sure.
we include Corey to embarrass him and he cringes when he
Yeah,
edits
yeah,
this?
he's
Mhm.
he's straight doggy. Face down, ass up. I guarantee you, he's one of those guys.
I agree. I would say doggy for him. I feel like that's his like go-to. He doesn't really do much experimentation. And that's not a dig. I just feel like he knows what he likes, and that's what he likes.
Man, I feel like even though it may be doggy, like he's got 2 kids. I can't imagine he wouldn't do anything else other than missionary right now. That way you can just kind of like cover it up very fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, good point. Well, what's the one like it's not called doggy where the receiving partner is laying stomach down and then the penetrating partner's on top. So it's like doggy, but the receiving partner is lying flat on the bed.
that's wait. Describe it one more time.
It's like doggy style, but instead of head down, face up, the partner's just lying flat, and then the other partner's just like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure I don't know what the
Uh,
names of the moves are. Like,
I'm gonna call that the reverse missionary.
Oh yeah, I was thinking reverse missionary too, actually.
sorry. Uh,
You know,
I
one of the main things I miss about Tumblr, there used to be a Tumblr page out there that was all about sex positions, and it had like gifs of all the depictions and stuff like that. Of course, it was from porn, of course, but I wonder if it's still out there. I mean, you'd be surprised. You should be surprised what parts of Tumblr are still out there and stuff like that.
I think LeRon really enjoys like when I say
Come on,
experimenting, I
come on,
do not no, I don't mean like crazy stuff, and I don't want to name what I think is crazy because I don't want to kink shame, but I just feel like you're just very open-minded with stuff, and like
Mhm.
I feel like let's go 69 or something, something,
Okay, okay,
you
yeah,
know, like
yeah. You,
I don't know where I was going with that.
you're not gonna, you won't be. You probably. I don't know. You might be able to guess my absolute favorite sex position though.
I don't know that many like by name. I just hmm.
uh, okay, Pat. What do you think it would be for me?
um, I, I'd probably guess doggy.
Okay, okay. I like it, but that's it's not
I,
my favorite.
unfor-
It's not my favorite to engage in.
yeah, unfortunately I don't know.
I wish I had my 365-day sex position book because that has all the pictures and the names.
I remember a couple of Christmases ago when you actually flashed that to us
hmm
on one of the
Oh,
podcasts. I remember that.
how about like
Where'd
hanging,
it go? He
swinging
just,
from a
he just, he just.
chandelier,
Oh,
The
I would,
swing.
I would love, I would
sex swing?
love. I would love either to be the person in it or to be the person like using it. I would love it.
See? I knew it. No, it's just downstairs. I'm too lazy to go get it.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid of not like you got to have like industrial class, like you like freaking like rigging and stuff. Because I'm a heavy dude. I'm a heavy dude. So like if I'm gonna
I'm
be up
just
in
gonna
there, like
say I may or may not be in the ownership of a sex swing, and it's pretty sturdy. So
okay,
I've
Oh,
heard.
I think it's because of like the weight distribution, like of all the anchoring and stuff like
Exactly.
mm,
that. Okay, there we go. There you go.
Exactly.
Like
Not that I know.
I'm a cowgirl person.
interesting.
Yeah. If I had to be if I gotta be more specific, reverse cowgirl.
I find
So,
reverse much better feeling,
mhm.
but does your knees bother you though? Do your knees bother you? Or are you talking about receiving, being on the receiving end of?
I like being on the receiving end, but actually, if I'm being active in it, because like I want the traditional cowgirl. If I'm being the
Ah,
active person.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Nice.
You like to see the action in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sure do.
You're a much stronger person than me. I personally do not like
Oh
being
no
on
no no
top.
no! My 49th birthday just passed, so like yeah, I know my knees are 49 years old. Trust trust me.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done. I
Yeah.
see.
Let's see, Stephanie. Um.
Well, we know which one she does not like.
What?
And
Why?
the question is not just like position. It could just be like, what was it, body part or something?
Move,
Move,
act,
act, or
or
pleasure point.
pleasure point. Pleasure point.
Pleasure point.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, because I forgot there was like a broad spectrum that we can go with. I think. I don't know. I think. I think. I think your pleasure. I swear. I swear. I swear. I feel like all these questions are designed just to get us to sexually harass each other, even though like we actively sexually
Mhm,
harass Corey all the fucking time on this show
mhm.
and stuff like that. So why are we being so weird when it's not
Right?
Corey? I guess is the question. I think. I think. I have a funny feeling like I have a funny feeling like you like being touched, Stephanie, and I have a funny feeling that you like it when your partner engages in any type of like breast or nipple play.
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding. Very good, LeRon.
that's kind
Yeah.
of what I was going for. I'm like, if it had to be a choice between top or bottom, it's probably top.
Hmm.
It may be small and humble in size, but it is
Hmm.
incredibly sensitive, and I love it.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the reason why I kind of like derived that honestly is because like you engage in pole, but you do it for the athletics, not the pure sexiness of it and stuff like that. So I feel like you're more of the sensuality of like of the entire like sex act stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, and I know that
Patrick.
there are quite a few girls that do not like guys going down on them because they could just very well suck at it. So,
Oh. I mean, I guess I don't mind, but just for some reason, nips just do the
hmm
trick for me.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm thinking Pat. Now, what about Patrick? What
Yeah.
not grinds his gears? That's the opposite
hmm
phrase. No. What gets Pat going? I gotta think for a minute. I don't think nipples are your thing. Your own nipples. I don't know. Not a lot. I don't know. I constantly ask dudes if they're into
I,
nipples, and they're like, "Oh, don't touch my nipples, man." I don't know.
I think Pat's all about a good hand job. I really do. Am I right?
mm, mm.
Is it a really good one too? I didn't say like someone down there like grabbing like an old Atari joystick.
Huh. I don't know. I think Pat probably wants a bit more face time. So, what's the position where it's not missionary, but sorry,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna
okay,
demonstrate
okay,
this.
okay. We're,
Where
we're
your feet are over the guy's shoulders. I can't do it. I'm gonna knock the computer over. like, so it's like
Wheelbarrow,
missionary, so
wheelbarrow,
it's
wheelbarrow.
wheelbarrow. Something of the like, where it's, in a sense, a little bit more traditional looking, but just spicy enough to, like, get a different feel.
Man, those were
I,
really good. Those are some really good Tic Tacs I just ate.
um, I would probably say my favorite's probably the cowgirl as
Mhm.
well. But
The traditional and the reverse.
traditional.
Mm,
Um, but I am like, there's something about like the closeness where it's missionary, but you like pull them in and you're
mhm,
Mhm.
like, you know, just like really tight together. It that
mhm.
it's the connection.
For
Listen, I
for
don't know why people shit on missionary so
Mhm.
much. Yes, if you do
mm, I love
missionary
it. I love it.
every day for the rest of your life, yeah, it'll get old, but I think that's a staple that shouldn't not
Yeah.
be overlooked.
And
Well,
plus, when you're holding someone tight, that also gives you more leverage for thrusting.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. In all seriousness, like I'm never gonna dog on missionary because like I'm a visual person, so I like being able to take like everything in and stuff like that. So like
Hmm.
I like being able to see what's going on, being able to being able to know because I am able to see what's going on, being able to make adjustments if adjustments need to be made and stuff like that and things like that. And also, I don't know, like in all seriousness, like missionary is like the most relaxing position to have any type of sex in. Like it's not, you don't have to show off pure athleticism to do it. You don't like, I mean, like, yeah, depending on how you are in it, yeah, of course you might get a cramp or something like I get abdominal
Hmm.
cramps. Like it's really weird. Like I actually get like sections of my abs like will start cramping. Like, and
It's a
it's like
workout.
the muscle knot. Is not so much like, oh my god, I'm dying. Those type of cramps.
Yeah, I also do kind of enjoy being like Big Spoon and doing the side fuck.
Yes,
It's good.
yes.
I guess I like that closeness.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just something like erotic about it,
Yeah,
Erotic but not like a hardcore, if that makes sense.
it's passionate. It's sweet.
And plus you can still and plus you can like for the people that like any type of like breast or titty play and stuff like that,
Hmm.
like you being the guy, like you can do that while you're doing your thing.
Hmm.
Oddly enough, for someone that likes breast play, my favorite position is actually doggy, just because I like the angle.
Mhm.
And I get really into it. I'm like, pull my hair, slap my ass, do it.
Wow.
Love it.
All right,
TMI,
yeah.
I
Steph
know.
Steph wants to be dominated. I just want to be tender.
And
Who knew?
I'm just a roll with the punches type of guy. Take that for however you want to take it.
Right. Nice. Nice
Okay.
question.
So let's see. We're going to the not so much now. Let's see. Amanda continues. I want to know if you were to take each one of your co-hosts on a date, assuming you were all single and willing. I would like to know what those dates would look like. What'd you do and why? Okay. So so hmm I know this. I could take Corey to an Earl of Sandwich restaurant, and I'd probably be able to do whatever I wanted to him at the end of the night.
Mm,
Mhm.
Like I swear he talks about this place so much. Like whether you're listening to it on Boster's podcast, or you're listening to Nintendo Power Block or Tower Casuals or whatnot, he talks about that place so much that I'm like, that there's the closest one to me is in New Jersey, and I'm like, man, do I need to take a road trip? Do I need to do a Harold and Kumar and just like go just to experience
mm,
this? Because like, what the hell? Like like he's talking about this like it's the last sandwich shop.
mm. Well, let's see. For LeRon, I would take you to some sort of museum. I don't know what kind of museum, whether it's an art museum, science museum, something museum where we can keep moving and just constantly have stuff to talk about.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I just feel like you'd be an excellent person to just have conversations with stuff like in person to interact with. With Pat, I would go to a barcade with. Like, we both like gaming, but I
Hmm.
mean, we all play games at home. I want to be out and gaming and have, not
Yeah.
drinks, but like bar food and just having like a chill night out. And with Corey, I would just kind of want to watch a game with him, either going to a sporting event or just watching it at home on the screen and just like eating pizza or what's the Spanish
Um,
not tacos, burritos, I don't know, whatever he gets
mm,
his quesadillas from, I don't know,
mm.
and just watch a game and relax.
Boy, I don't know if you can relax if you ever watch him like watching a Browns game. I don't know if you'll see him relax.
That's double entertainment for me then.
All right. For LeRon, I would. What would I do for a date? Honestly, for LeRon, I'd probably do a movie.
Mhm.
Just because you and I tend to enjoy movies a little bit more than definitely Corey would.
I'm looking for a date for Alien Romulus when it comes
Oh,
out.
I want to see that too.
Yeah, did you see the new trailer?
Yep.
Woof,
I would say the
man.
perfect date for
Yo,
that one, though.
they're getting so graphic on these movie trailers now. It's like, man, like and the crazy part is like, like what they showed in the trailer, it doesn't look like they're spoiling the movie for you.
Hmm.
it's just like, nah, we're gonna show you what you're in for when you sit down in the seat.
That's right. You're going back for old genuine aliens. David Lasby would be the perfect date for that one, though, because
Mhm.
then it wouldn't just be watching the movie; it'd be watching David watching the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see,
No,
Corey.
I do like
Yeah,
I am very receptive to a dinner and a movie type date. Like,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Corey. Let's see, what would I do with Corey? Corey. I don't even know what he does for fun. Does he have fun?
Besides play video games.
Does he even have fun with video games? He plays
Well,
them and he feels so
well, I mean,
miserable.
he's a Disney nerd.
Yeah.
Mm.
I taking him to Disney though might be too much.
That's too much. That's too much. Like,
Yeah.
take him to Disney. You might as well be putting a ring on it.
Hmm.
Especially how expensive Disney is.
Mm.
Yeah, and then Corey also doesn't like eating, so
Well, yeah.
restaurants are like,
Ever since he started losing all that weight, yeah.
Oh,
well,
take
even
him on a date
before.
on Saturday. Saturday is his cheat day, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm talking more like there's a lot of foods he doesn't like,
Yeah, there's a
so
lot. Yeah,
Um,
there is. Like, I'm still trying to figure out who doesn't like peanut butter.
that's un-American.
Who doesn't like peanut butter? Even though my boyfriend and I like I don't know how I forgot this, but we are definitely on different sides of the spectrum on peanut butter. I eat any type of peanut butter. So creamy, crunchy, I don't care. I eat it. But if you told me I could only pick one for the rest of my life, I'm gonna pick crunchy peanut butter.
Mm.
And yeah, he's like no. So we went to the store the other day and actually bought two types of peanut butter.
I'm a creamy guy myself.
me too.
I mean,
But I'll
I
eat
will eat
crunchy if
it.
that's the only thing there.
I will eat it though. Like that's the crazy part about it. It's I can remember too. Like the first time I ever had crunchy peanut butter, I was like 10 or 11 years old, and it was weird. But I was like, I like this, and that's when I realized like I like food with texture. Back to the dates
Back
though.
to back to the dates. Stephanie, I would probably do more of a walk around Lake Michigan because I know Stephanie likes being active. She likes nature, you know. But then they definitely be video games somewhere involved. Like you go back to one of our places, you know, I'd be like, I'd be right back, and then I'd come back out with you know, Nintendo Switch and a couple Joy Cons, and we'd be totally doing Mario Kart.
We'd be
Yeah, yeah,
Nintendo and chill.
Yep.
yeah, Pat, you stole my you stole a part of my answer for Stephanie because I also feel like like Stephanie was one of the ones like like a walk through the park,
Mhm.
or like one like the like the city attractions, like like a fountain square or something like that. Think like the Sim City, like backdrops and stuff. That's what I think about would probably be like one of my go to dates for Stephanie and stuff like that. Um. For you, Pat, I would say. Oh, and by the way, thank you because, like I said, like I definitely do dinner and movie.
Mhm.
I love that. For you, um, I would say that more than likely, just knowing your personality and everything, I think the best type of date for you would actually be sort of like almost like a sports bar, but a sports bar when like there's an event going on, like maybe a karaoke night or something like that, something where
Trivia.
like
Trivia,
yeah,
I would
yeah,
be more
trivia. There we go.
into.
There we
Mhm.
go. Thank you. Yeah, basically, sport. Go into like one of those places when there's like a theme night going on and stuff like that. Not so much just everybody out there is drinking and being stupid, and stuff like that. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, that's that's what I think, and I think overall, I think as we've learned more and more about each other, throughout the course of like all these podcasts and stuff like that, like we actually have kind of like gotten like simpatico of like how our personalities are and what we do and stuff like that. I just think Corey just needs he just besides the honey peanut butter, I think he just needs to like live a little and eat more peanut butter.
Honey peanut butter is good though.
It is good. It is
Mhm.
good. As a matter of fact, he got me onto that. He got me because I don't know if I like overly sweet peanut butter. Like I like a lot of sweet stuff, but I don't know if I like overly sweet peanut butter. And I actually went out and bought a jar of the Peter Pan
Yep.
like the honey peanut butter stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is good.
Yep.
No, I recant my date idea for Corey because he's too nice to say no. I would drag his ass to like a spa area and I would force him to get a massage so he can relax. We'll get a couples massage.
He's gonna say no to
Ah.
that because he doesn't like random people touching him unless it's his wife.
No,
Then
he's kind of a
then
hugger. He would
That's
touch.
that's about where
fine. Hot
Mhm.
stone massage. They're not technically touching him. There you go.
all
I
right.
would also be okay with a date to the zoo.
Mm,
I was thinking that too, but I was like, I don't know, like the zoo can sometimes be like, like a 50-50 for some people,
I
because
love animals, and I will stare at monkeys for a very long time.
I'm I'm all about going to I one of the places I immediately go to anytime I step into a zoo is the big cat section. Like
Mhm.
I love seeing like the big cats.
right. Let's take it to either way, shall we? Wrapping up Amanda's questions. Thank you again. I want to emphasize how much I appreciate your questions. She says or asks, I want to know which of your co hosts you'd marry, who'd you'd one night stand, and who'd you'd give the boot to each of your co hosts. Of course,
Oh
this
my
isn't
god,
going to be a must choose.
it's the after dark. It's
Oh,
the after dark FMK.
oh,
The fact that there's 4 of us makes it, everyone has to get something.
I don't like that. I don't like picking who I'd boot. That's actually what I'm most nervous about. Not, hey, I guess I'd do you. It's more like I don't boot anybody.
Who wants to go first?
All right, I'll go
like
first. I will go
the
first.
pause was so long, like you could
Mhm.
cut it with a knife.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure people just looked at their phones to make sure that no one was calling them or the podcast stopped playing because that's how I will go first. I will be brave and I will
Okay.
give my reasons. And just know that I would not ever, ever want to give any of y'all the boot.
Hmm.
For Mary, I would probably choose Corey because in factual life, he is married and he's seems like a very wonderful hubby and dad and just like a all around good family man, like whatever. Uh, Hope that didn't just make it awkward for you, Corey, but you're gonna feel awkward anyway. Um, I'd one night stand it with you, Pat, and then
What?
LeRon. I just feel that from a friendship standpoint, we're at like a 10, but I'm like, oh, well, I guess just by being forced to. I don't know. Don't hate me. I don't know. I'm just
No, no,
trying
no,
to
no, no,
figure.
no, no. I understand because it's like doing your own brother. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, and yeah. So
Yep.
even
All
though
right.
someday I want to squeeze those beautiful biceps, but I don't know. I just can't.
Oh, there's nothing to these things. Come on, stop
I
it.
love you, Laron. I hope you know that. I love you.
I love you too, Steph. I love you too.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
I'll go next.
okay.
All right. So for Mary, I would probably marry Steph. Just I could see myself spending more time with her than either you or Corey. Like coming home and like video games or just like I feel like that connection's more stronger with Steph.
Mm.
But don't worry, Laron, you'd be my one night stand because you're hot.
Oh,
Ow.
oh,
Ow.
wow. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
S-
And then, sorry, Corey, you're getting the boot for me.
Pretty sure
Just,
Corey's like, whew, no.
yep.
And he's probably mad at me for picking on him. So.
Oh, whatever. I swear, like that guy's always in his own headspace sometimes.
We love
Okay,
you.
so
Love you.
FMK. All right. All right, so here we go. All right. So so Pat,
Mm-hmm.
will you marry me?
Ah.
You're
Or
you're
one
such a
night. No, just kidding.
Oh, no, for real. Like you're such a wonderful, genuine guy and stuff like that. And you have a lot of qualities that, in all seriousness, like makes you like the right type of catch for people. Plus, I mean, like you've been hanging out with us on After Dark, and I've also started learning you're a bit of a freak. So I mean, like, yeah, like that's the one you want to take home at the end of the day.
Yeah, it'll never get boring.
There'll be
Yeah,
some surprises. That'll be for sure.
yeah, yeah. So the one night stand, it gotta be Corey. Like in all seriousness, like I'm a tall guy. I'm
He
6 foot
he
three.
also a
Like,
freak.
yeah, yeah, but he's 6'5", so he's taller than me. So like there's this thing about like tall people. Like it doesn't matter your like how you identify or whatnot. Like like usually like people always gravitate towards the taller people and stuff like that. So yeah, and yep, pretty much the same on the same lines of what Stephanie said about me. I say the same thing too. Like yeah, have to toss you because like you're my sister. It's my sister. I
It's alright.
love
As
you.
long as you don't kill me,
Mhm.
you can boot me. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Maybe your stepsister. Maybe like, there's a spot for you somewhere.
Don't make this weird step, bro.
No. I'm stuck in the washing machine, step brother.
uh,
Oh gosh. Well,
I'm not gonna lie.
Again?
I actually just watched a very weird porn not too long ago where it was a stepbrother and stepsister showering together because one had to get to a job interview and the other one was in the shower first. And it's like, fine, don't make it weird stuff, bro. And so like fine. And so they shower and of course the step bro starts masturbating. And then she's like, hand me the shampoo. And he takes the shampoo bottle, measures it to his dick, and then he just turns around and puts her hand on his dick. And she's like, how's your dick as big as my shampoo bottle? And then just starts going down on him. It was weird. I
I
I,
swear.
I clearly watch porn for the stories, though.
oh yeah.
In the writing community, it's called PWP, which stands for plot. What plot?
Mhm.
I
I
love it.
also really like the bathroom because, the porn bathrooms are they are high quality bathrooms, like
Yeah.
massive
Yeah.
showers, several shower heads. It's almost like a little jungle in there.
Yeah. Of course, I'm not trying to engage in anything in the shower though. That's the easiest way to break your neck.
Ye-
break your neck, break your penis, break something.
Shower sex, I think, is overrated or overhyped. I'm like,
I think so
it's
too. I think so too. Like contrary to popular belief, like all that water dries out stuff.
Hmm.
yes. And like, even if you don't mind getting wet, obviously, because you're in the shower, once water gets in your eyes, like you can't see or do anything, breathe, I don't know, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for
That's
real.
probably why they turn the water off and then just, have the wet bodies glistening and
Rubbing
fucking.
up against the glass, stuff like that.
I don't know. Maybe we should invite our patrons and listeners, to like throw us questions, like the sex ed type questions. We have a sex ed
Mhm.
episode of After Dark, even though none of us are certified
Nope.
in those endeavors. Maybe.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
ready to tackle Sam's question?
Yeah, but real quick, just a real
Oh,
shout out to Amanda. Like, thank you for sending us
Mm.
the questions. Like, I feel like what this is like this is like the fifth show where we've had Amanda feature for questions, and we love it. Like, like I feel like it really pulls us into like out, into and outside of our comfort zone. If that at the same time, if that makes sense. So
absolutely.
so yeah, so keep them coming.
Please.
All right, let's go
Mhm.
ahead and hit up Sam's question.
Who wants to read it?
I'll read it. I'll read it. So, via Patreon, Sam asks, "Hey gang, what are some of the weirdest moments you've encountered in life? I gotta know what the weirdest things you've ever seen or experienced are. And thanks. Keep up the great work." Um,
Oh, we love you. So if you need time to think, I have mine. I believe I've told this story before at some point at After Dark, but it's been many episodes, so I don't know if Sam's heard it. So, and I'm sure there's been other equally weird things I've seen in my life, but this is just the memory that comes up first, and it has to do with going on a first date. I'll consolidate the first part. Um, I got asked out on a date by a really cute Irish bartender,
Mhm.
like an off the boat from Ireland bartender, and I was really digging his accent. The beginning of the date kind of was started a bit awkward, da da. We ended up at a bar. That's when things started getting weird because all his friends were there, so was kind of a quasi date. And then one of his friends went up to talk to me, and his friend was not inappropriate at all. He's just like, "Hey, I'm so and so. You having a good time?" And then the date got jealous and they started a bar fight. And so these drunk Irish dudes are just fighting everywhere. The bartender to jump over me over the bar to break up the fight. And then 10 minutes later, those two fighting dudes were like having their arms around each other, singing, and they're best friends. Keep in mind, I was sober this whole time because as a woman going on a date in Southie Boston, I wanted to be aware of all my surroundings. So not only was this weird, it's even more weird when you're the sober person in a drunk room. Like
were
it's
they
extra
fucking
weird.
were those dudes fucking Irish or something? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yes, they are actual Irish men from Ireland with the Irish brogue.
Okay.
That's they filled every stereotype of Irish. And then this is where the ultimate weirdness came in. Out of nowhere, we left. I'm like, this date's not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna go home. His other friend, a big, tall, over 200-pound dude, massive guy. I don't mean fat, just big. Leaps onto me like a piggyback, just out of nowhere, just no warning, jumps on me, screams at the top of his lungs, "Stephanie! I'm kid!" And my knees buckled and I fell to the ground. It was very weird. I did not know what was going on. I called an Uber or a taxi and I went. It was
Like, did
weird.
I just get violated? I
I
feel
know.
like I've been violated.
This is this what people on crack? How do you do crack? When were you doing
Mhm.
crack? I don't want to know. Please get off me. So, all right, who's got a weird story?
Well, I I was trying to think of some weird stories. I do recall there was a girl that I also went out on a date with, and I liked her. She was cute. She was a friend of some of my friends, and that's kind of how I got to know her. We decided she wanted to go out and to the bar, and then it was to another bar, and then to another bar after that, and she kind of got like really, really drunk. Uh, and so I took her back to her place, and she was passed out. And I was didn't know quite what to do because I was like trying to like shake her and wake her up, and it's like she just wasn't having it. And so first time I was ever in that kind of a situation, I decided to drive her all the way back to her parents' house, um, so that I could kind of get her out of the car and into a place that I knew I could get her into.
Mhm.
Um, and that's also when I found out that she peed in my car.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
Yep, kind of weird. I was like, oh, all right, okay. I
Super
do I
weird.
do I still like this girl? Like I see that she's kind of a raging alcoholic and kind of loses control. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that'll do
mean
it.
that was kind of weird for me. Yeah.
that phew, God, ooh,
The
that's rough.
the weirdest experience I've had in my life didn't even have to do anything with other people. Like I was 15, 16 years old. This is this is yeah, we were in South Carolina. We were in South Carolina at the time. We were living in South Carolina at the time. Yeah. I was walking my dog one night, and I saw something in the sky that I'm like it. To this day, I think I must have saw a UFO because I saw this thing like it was like this golden like color, like an amber color, like so like think of like the yellow from a stoplight, right? It was
Mhm.
like that color. It was in the sky. It was pretty overcast that night, so I mean I remember seeing a lot of clouds and stuff like that, and there was also a lot of like light noise, like light noise as in light pollution from like the city skyline and all that stuff. I was walking my dog, and I just happened to like look up, and I saw this orange light, and I'm just gonna say because my memory at this point, like this, it's been 30 plus years now. So my memory at this point, like I like I feel like it was like a giant orange like rectangle, but it looked like pure light in the sky, right? And I remember like staring at it, and I feel like I was staring at it for like minutes, but who knows how much time actually passed. Sure enough, I was looking at it, and all of a sudden, like it did like this, like how like you kind of juke to get out of the way of somebody when like you're walking in their same path down the sidewalk and stuff like that. So it did kind of like the
Mhm.
juke move, and then it just took
Oh.
off, and I lost track of it.
Ooh.
And so now I was standing there, sitting out there, like looking at the sky, like what the hell did I just see and stuff like that. Yeah, like, but it's still pretty vivid to this day. Like, I remember that, and I'm like, did I just see a UFO? Like, I just did not have an explanation for it. And I've thought to myself, like, was it a trick of light or something? Because if you wear eyeglasses, like, like when light hits your lens of your glasses a certain way, you see like these little arcs of these discs, in your line of sight and stuff like that. I know for sure it wasn't that because I know what those light arcs look like in your glasses and stuff like that. This looked like an actual like some type of like orange object in the sky,
Ooh.
and
That give
and by
me
the time
goosebumps.
yeah, by the time my brain was able to process it, it was gone. Yeah, like so
Ooh.
yeah, that was the weirdest thing that I've encountered in my life, and who knows, uh, maybe I was just tripping or whatnot. Even though, like like I grew up in the just say no era, so like I was a good boy. I didn't do like any type of like controlled substances until like I was a grown ass man. So so you can't say I wasn't in my right mind when I saw this thing or recall seeing this thing. I just feel like I saw a UFO.
Cool.
It's not
Yeah,
the
That's
same
weird.
thing. It's not because you seem like
Mhm.
there might have been a legit chance, but I remember when I first saw the is it called Starlink in the sky? What's the
yeah, the
uh,
satellite
satellite
network.
where it's
Yeah.
like a string of moving. lights,
I
but I didn't.
I saw that not too long ago, and I was coming back from like a social event with a friend, and I was getting dropped off, and like we were just standing outside the car talking, and I just happened to look up and I caught it. Like it was like a trail of lights, just like moving slowly across the horizon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And like we looked at it for a second, and my friend was like, "Okay, I'm going home," and I'm like, "I'm going inside." Yeah, I didn't realize that's what that was.
Yeah, so when you see something like that before you are before you learn what it is, it's very unsettling. It is
Yeah,
extremely unsettling.
yeah, because I thought it was aircraft. That's what I thought it was. I was like, maybe it's aircraft because like the area we live in, we've got military bases all over the place and stuff like that. So I was thinking maybe it was aircraft having a maneuver and stuff like that. And because like we're also not too far from a major airport. Like I mean, like you can literally see the planes landing.
Mm,
Yeah, so I thought it was like aircraft doing a maneuver.
yeah, I've seen the space station in the sky. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I'd never seen it. I know like you can see it. I know you can see it with the naked eye, but I didn't know you could see it that starkly.
Mm.
Right. Well,
But then again, I'm also one of those people. I think there's a more intelligent life out here in the universe than just us. I think that.
mm,
All right. Well, we've got one more question, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show.
Mm,
So let's see. Have we all read the question? We have, right?
well, we have, yeah, all we have left is Yari's question.
Yari's question, yeah. So what's the sexiest song you've heard? What about it turns you on? And would you listen to it whilst you do it? 100%. If you do not fuck with that song "Closer" by Nine Inch Nails, there's
Hmm.
something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. It's almost like it on a primal level. It gives you the instructions on what to do.
Yep.
mm,
In
yep,
terms of the lyrics, you let me violate you. You let me desecrate you. You let me penetrate you. You let me complicate you. Then it's I broke apart my insides. I got no soul to sell. The only thing that works for me, help me get away from myself. I want to fuck you like an animal. I want to fuck you from the inside. I want to fuck you like an animal. My whole existence is flawed. You get me closer to God.
Now,
there you go.
now, you know, when we examine the lyrics, like I'm wondering I'm wondering, like, do songs like this like are they a thing because of like how repressed our culture is? Not just American culture. Like there's a good portion of the world where like like sexual expression is definitely not a thing that you should be doing and stuff like that. And when you look at songs like
Mhm.
this, or when you look at like like adult songs, whether they be hip hop songs, R&B songs, country songs, stuff like that. Like there's something about it that like to a certain extent you're kind of embarrassed to listen to it, but at the same time it's like yeah, like I get this song, like stuff like that.
It's
Right,
crazy
for
is
me,
that
it
the greatest one on
depends.
the radio.
Like, obviously this song is explicit, but there's some songs that I hear when I'm at my other job that are like really in your face about it, like talking about like break that dick, like it's like really like it's not even sexy. It's just like
Hell yeah, I love
like
listening to some City Girls.
I don't know, like it's there's a vibe for it, but like if I want to get in a mood, I don't know if I want to hear about like breaking your man's dick. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's that for me, there's a line where it's just kind of funny. But yeah. Maybe that's the more sensual side of wanting to be fucked like an animal. I don't know.
Yeah. Um, but what turns me on about Closer though is actually the way Reznor sings it though. Like Like like
It's
you can.
almost like being whispered in your ear.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
But you can also tell there's like intent behind like the words and the lyrics and what he's saying and stuff like
Mhm.
that, you know. And but also like if you like as Pat like read out the lyrics for us and stuff like that, you can also tell like, you know, like he's questioning like, you know, like his own like sense of being, you know, behind it and
Mhm.
stuff like that, you know. As
Yeah.
while he's saying he also wants to engage in this carnal act with you.
Mhm. But, yeah,
mhm,
I mean, I only read, like, the first like, stanza, whatever the musical term is, like, later on, the song kinda makes him, like, question himself and
Mhm.
makes him wanna be a better person, and, you know, still he wants to fuck you like an animal, uh, but he claims that, like, having sex with you is, like, one of the greatest purposes in him.
mm. Look at that. Who knew we'd
Mhm.
be like dissecting Nine
I
Inch
I
Nails?
drink the honey inside your hive, you are the reason I stay alive. To eat pussy.
I tell you,
Mhm.
it's so explicit, but it's so poetic.
Well, I think
It
that's the
is.
thing. He does it in a poetic sense,
Mhm.
which I feel gets me in mood
Poetic,
more
but
than
it's carnal too,
yeah.
you know?
Can you imagine if this wasn't so much a song, but like a reading at poetry night, and everyone's just like,
Mm,
I want to fuck you like an animal. I want to
everybody's just
feel you
everybody's
from
just
the
snapping their fingers.
inside. I want to fuck you like an animal.
We're getting the Shakespearean like
Mhm.
rendition of it now.
Yep. Mhm.
I think that's a great after dark topic when we don't have questions is to just pick certain songs and read them like you're in a read the lyrics like you're in a poetry reading. I think that's
Yeah,
I don't know.
we
It
definitely have
sounds
to
like fun.
make sure Corey's back for that one.
Yes.
And yes, Yari, of course I would listen to the song whilst I'm doing it because I tell you what, like I mean, like it's got that nice driving beat that you know, like you kind of want to like you know stick with the tempo with, you know, and what I like is the song actually like the actual composition of the song has movements in itself, like
Mhm.
you know, like the actual orchestration and the instrumentation of it, like it has movements and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, like
I,
take it from me, former band nerd. I can break down some music.
well, I have a partner that in the beginning, like he just really loves country, and I don't like country. I hate country. No offense to those that like country. And I can't. I
You
can't.
don't
I can't.
you don't think the tractor's sexy?
Nope.
What about the
you're not trying
pickup truck?
to
I
you're not
find pickup
While
trucks
wave
themselves sexy, but not songs about pickup trucks.
What
yo, isn't
about
that
the
something?
pickup truck with the dog in the window while waving the American flag?
Too much. Too much. That's boner killer. That's boner killer.
Woo.
Mhm.
Let me see.
In the grass. Freedom of the grass.
Come on, Stephanie. I know you've saved quite a few horses by riding a cowboy though, right? Come on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think I have any other specifics to contribute other than I feel like Usher generally has kind of that touch in in some of his songs that I feel
Mhm.
like I could get in the mood for, but I don't know.
You know what?
You
That's
know what
not
song is great to make
Usher's "You Got It Bad" is like a real is
Mhm.
like that's a horny ass song.
Hmm. Exactly.
Guys, you know what song kinda helps me get into the mood?
What's
What?
that?
You guys don't remember?
Oh no! Do not,
Like, there's
do
a
not,
family guy.
do not. Okay, yeah,
Da
we're
da 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 da. Laugh and cry.
Da-da-da-da-da. He's
He's
the
our
man.
family
Yeah.
guy. Here,
well, would you look at the time now?
best song I've ever made love to.
Wait, for real? For real?
Yeah, I have had
Was it
sex
like
during the Family Guy.
was like you had TBS on while you were doing the deed and Family Guy came on?
No,
Right, right.
we had the Family Guy DVD set. So that Family Guy
Oh,
was
so
playing
oh,
while.
so it was just play and then play and play.
Yeah, several times when we put on Family Guy, we just ended up having sex. It just how it worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know what else? A few select songs from The Weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like The Hills,
Like,
for
yeah,
example.
The Hills. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. What's Tears or something? Save those tears. I forget. I'm getting tired. Let me see. Tears for Another Day or something.
Yeah. Yeah, or a song featuring The Weeknd. You Right by Doja Cat.
Oh yeah, that's called Save Your Tears. Never mind.
Save Your
Hmm.
Tears. That, yeah, that's it. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yay, I contributed. I'm not very musically knowledgeable or musically inclined. Doesn't mean I don't like listening to music. I just am not good at it.
Look at us finding sexiness in music.
As well as poetry and a song about sex.
Exactly. Wow.
All right, teammates. We're ready to wrap this up.
Hmm.
Ready. That was very fun episode.
Yeah, yeah. I am liking the fact that our question segment is actually filling out the entire show. I like it. Honestly, guys, it is saving us a lot of time, like trying to think of topics because sometimes like in the writing room we are tapped out.
Hmm.
So we
It
love your questions.
happens.
So
Mm.
yeah. So thank you for that. But beyond that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up tonight's episode. So I want to thank everyone out there who's been watching and/or listening to Boss Rush After Dark. Remember, this is the alternative topical podcast for adults here on the Boss Rush Network. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a 5-star rating and a nice review on podcast services, or go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and like this video. Also, please leave us a comment. All this helps out with our discoverability and visibility. Hey everyone, this has been episode 112 of Boss Rush After Dark. We're just doing the damn thing and we're going to keep doing it until you guys say stop because we're all about that consent. We are.
Hmm.
Our safe word for tonight is pineapple.
Yep. Pineapple has a lot of uses too. Just
Hmm.
put it out there.
Yeah.
Put it out
Yeah.
there.
Just like soy sauce.
Pat, Stephanie, we're moving on. We're moving on. Pat, Stephanie, thank you guys a lot for hanging out with me tonight for After Dark. I love you guys and I appreciate it.
Love you too.
We're signing off for tonight. So you guys take care out there. Please come back to us. Hit us up in our emails on Discord, on Patreon, on Twitter and stuff like that. Send us more questions. We love doing this for you guys, and and like I said, it actually gives us a little bit of reprieve from finding topics and stuff like that. Because I feel like if you leave it up to us, we're going to repeat topics. So send us your questions and hear us out, and we will continue to sexually harass Corey whether he's with us or not. So just keep that in mind. We're signing off. You guys have a good night. We will talk to you next time on an all new episode of After Dark. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushnetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.